All right, it's that time again, folks. It is Sunday. Yeah, we're recording Sunday this time.
Hmm.
And right now, you're about to listen to the only AEW podcast where the people doing the podcast actually watch the show.
Hmm.
And what show is that, Lionel?
This is this week's episode of Off the Top Rope. I have nothing else to say because I don't want to talk about the Saints. So,
You don't want to talk about the Saints, but you know what? Hey, at least you won't shrivel up like The Rock.
hey man, The Rock just looks like circa like 1998 Rock, but with a bigger head. His head is, when Al Roker lost a lot of weight. No, not Al Sharpton. When Al Sharpton lost a lot of weight, but he didn't lose any weight in his head.
Yep.
That's The Rock.
Bro, look. Let's all right, if you guys didn't know, don't sound shocked. Don't sound shocked. He got off all the juice. He got off all them anabolic he got off that anabolic cocktail.
People thought The Rock was natural, which is insane.
let me give you a little education about being being a man after in your 40s. In 40 and beyond. If you're lifting natural, you are not gaining muscle and looking and have a physique that is literally like a Greek god without taking something. He was gaining more muscle as he was getting older. It's just not possible. Not without assistance, at least. And he had all the assistance. He was taking the biggest cocktail you could. The dude, The Rock was ginormous, man. He was so huge. But he had to get off that shit because heart issues.
Ain't trying to get that Oscar.
Man, he tried to get that Oscar because they're like, yeah, John Cena's a better actor than The Rock. He's like, well, what?
You know what's funny? We talked about this last week off the podcast. Like once the conversation started about who is the best like wrestler turned actor, and we all agreed Batista, all of a sudden The Rock lost 50 pounds in muscle and started crying at a pre-showing of his movie.
Yeah, he did the fake cry with the put his hand up. Yes, thank you. It's like, oh, you motherfucker.
This is gonna be, look. This is gonna be his year. He did it, bro. He got people. People were fooled all over social media. He's gonna get that award this year. It's gonna happen.
Oh God, and he's gonna be like, see, The Rock is the best. I'm the best. Not you, Batista. Not you, John Cena. The Rock is the best.
That's going to be his speech. He's gonna have the award in his hand. He's gonna start fake crying first. He's gonna go right into like promo. The Rock told you The Rock could do it. I'm like, everyone's gonna be like, oh my God, he's cutting a promo right now.
He's gonna cut a promo, but here's the thing: he's gonna get it. He's gonna cut that promo, and then like 2 months later, he's gonna be like 60 pounds bigger again. He's gonna be Jacked Rock again because he won his Oscar, so he could be the best. He's the better one.
He better not balloon like that, bro. That's gonna be bad. He already has doesn't have a great heart.
No.
Only 60 pounds of muscle back and forth in a year would not be good for him.
Yeah, and look, if you know anything about muscle, if you gain it naturally, you're not gonna lose it like that. You don't lose it in like 3-4 months, right? Like it's not possible unless you are actually starving yourself, like complete starvation. Is literally the only way and even then you won't lose all your muscle that fast.
No.
Like, the only way you lose that much muscle is if you were taking that anabolic cocktail, which is steroids. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, it is straight up steroids, right? So he can deny it all he wants, but let's get some blood work, Rock. Let's see what you got.
He legit looks like an anime character that like has their time for buff has expired and they deflate. They literally, except for his head. His head did not decrease in size.
It's like you remember Record of Ragnarok?
Yeah.
Zeus
Yeah, it is like
when
Zeus
he
actually.
when he was fighting Adam. So like at the end of it, he all shriveled up and shit.
Mm-hmm. That's The Rock.
That's The Rock.
But he did it for his Oscar.
So The Rock can get his Oscar. You see that, Vin Diesel? The Rock has an Oscar. You don't. Oh God.
Bro, if if The Rock doesn't win that Oscar, do you think he's gonna crash out? You think he's gonna freak out?
He's either gonna. I don't think he's gonna crash out.
No,
But
bro.
he's gonna get the nominee, right? He doesn't even have to win it. He just needs the nomination. And he'll go full promo mode. It doesn't matter.
Does Batista have a Oscar nomination? No, he doesn't, does he?
No, not that I know of.
Hold on. I know we usually talk about AEW, but y'all, this is also very important to wrestling. We need to know who's the best wrestler turned actor.
It's Batista, but there's no question it's Batista.
What was that movie? The Cabin movie that he was in.
Oh, that was a creepy movie, dude.
He was ridiculous in that movie. It was that movie when I watched it at home. I said this was years ago. Like, oh yeah, Batista's the best. Batista's the best. Also, Batista has no Oscar noms. I'm looking up John Cena while we're here. I know he doesn't. But if I were to put an actor at number 2, low key, it would be Cena.
Oh yeah. Have you seen Peacemaker?
Peacemaker, fantastic.
Awesome.
Bro, he there's a movie on Hulu. I think it's called like Vacation Friends. I think it's called.
Yeah.
He was hilarious in that movie also. Really good in that movie. Also, I can't stop seeing him in commercials. He's in commercials all the time. It's either a voiceover or whatever. And he already did the Oscar. He already got embarrassed, right? Like he was naked on the Oscar stage, right, a couple years ago, right?
Yeah. No, he did the thing.
Yeah, he already did the thing, so he's already there.
So he's in there. He did the thing.
Also, we're gonna talk about. Wait, no, People's Choice Daytime Emmy. Oh, he has a Daytime Emmy award nomination. John Cena.
Don't tell The Rock that.
A People's Choice Slammy Award for Oh My God, shocking. Shut up, Google. Oh my God.
No.
Real awards, please. That was last year. John Cena was naked last year. That was 2024.
Really?
Apparently.
Huh.
Oh my God, time is going fast and slow at the same time. But yeah, as of right now, the person who has the most nominations, but not an Oscar one, John Cena.
Huh. All right.
Surprising. I thought. Well, I guess that Captain movie wasn't like a critically acclaimed movie. That movie was just really good. The Batista movie.
Yeah.
Guardians, like the only Marvel movies that have like Oscar noms are Black Panther and Oscar win, by the way. Shout out Black Panther.
Yeah.
Even though someone got robbed, Angela Bassett got robbed from Wakanda Forever. But that's neither here nor there. We're here to talk about pro wrestling. And I know we already kind of have a topic, but we did have a topic that we want to talk about before we start talking about AEW Dynamite and Collision.
Ooh, what topic is that?
We need to talk about Allin moving its date, or not moving its date, moving its time up to noon, and it officially being the first pay-per-view to show up on HBO Max.
Yeah.
For those who do not know, and for those who are not aware, HBO Max is now going to be having All Out, and All Out has moved up. Because, WWE has their show that they decided to put on after. And there was a whole conversation about should AEW move their pay-per-view or not, and blah, blah, blah. There was a lot of argument. Ended up, AEW is going to move it. So they're moving it up. And, yeah, it's going to be on Max. That's really all there is to it. Proffitt, what are your thoughts on that?
So my thoughts on it is, hey, we get the show earlier, right? So, we watch the show, get the best show of the day already done. Because I ain't watching that other trash where they brought out the whole ass Avengers from retirement to try to take down All Out.
Yeah.
Which it's not. It's just not. It's just going to be a terrible show. The two shows as the other company show is going to be the worst. Cool. Hey, congrats AJ Lee coming back, signing that fat contract to come back to, Wrestle Becky Lynch. Cool. It's not going to be at the level of All Out. Not even close. Not that whole card. The whole All Out card is just. It is a crazy ass card, man.
Oh, we're gonna be talking about it because we got a few matches announced this week.
Yep, and we ain't even done yet.
No, it ain't over.
It ain't over because a certain New Yorker might be showing up.
I mean, somebody got called out of nowhere.
He got called out of nowhere, out of left field, which is why there's two reasons why Collision was excellent. And that was one of them.
Bro, look, Collision was the show of the week this week. I don't care what anyone says. Collision was the best show of this week.
Easy.
Also, I wasn't really a fan of Dynamite doing like all the run-ins that they did this week. Like we had 3 different big brawl segments on Dynamite, and I was like, "What the fuck is happening?" But we'll talk about that when we get there.
Yeah.
But yeah, All Out is going to be pretty stacked, and I'm happy for AJ Lee. Like I'm a big fan of AJ Lee. I guess I'm not surprised that she's there now, though, despite the fact of like her speaking out on the lawsuit, which I guess money changes everything, right?
Yeah, 6 figures changes a lot. So,
yeah. And she has spoken up on that lawsuit before, the Janelle Grant lawsuit, and I guess it doesn't matter anymore. It's not gonna be happening anymore. But I'm happy for her. I am a big AJ Lee fan. I've been an AJ Lee fan for a very long time. I'm happy she's back.
Yeah, but, hey, it's cool. I don't think it's her coming back is a big deal, right? I'm not gonna shit on it or anything like that. I just feel the reason for coming back, and the reason why they're trying so hard, and then they're probably gonna have the Undertaker and come back and chokeslam somebody. They're probably gonna do all kinds of shit that on that card or whatever that they're doing on the same day as All Out.
Do you remember that random NXT where like Undertaker was there? I think like a bunch of other legends showed up. Cody was there.
Yeah,
you can do the same thing.
It's gonna be just like that.
Yeah,
they're calling the Avengers. I don't think it's gonna work out for him. It's cool. AJ Lee is back. I hope that the match with Becky Lynch should be good.
Better than what she did before. So, better than what recently happened, for sure.
Yeah, it'll be better than that Nikki Bella match, right?
Yeah.
So, it should be a good match. But I'm just gonna say it's not gonna be anything as good as anything All Out is doing. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. I was gonna watch WWE anyway. Like I'm not a WWE fan. I wasn't gonna watch it full stop to begin with. But yeah, putting the show on earlier just means that I have more time to do something else after the show's over. Like that's all that means for me. You know? But yeah, man, like I saw a lot of people crashing out about like the All Out. I keep saying crashing out. I don't want to say that. I saw a lot of people like being really upset about All Out moving the time. I was upset for like 2 seconds, and then I started thinking, I was like, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't change anything for me. I was gonna be at home anyway. Now I get the afternoon. So I get people being upset about the move because it in the light it looks like WWE was able to force him out of the time slot. That could be it too, sure, but I don't think that was the full reason.
No, actually the real reason is it's going on, as you said earlier, it's going to be on HBO Max for one. And let's use some common sense, guys. The network controls where the show goes. Okay? It wasn't Tony Khan going, "Oh God, we got to move our spot." No, it was the network going, "You know what? We're just going to start earlier." That's literally it.
More than like, especially being the first one on Max. More likely. There's probably other reasons. I don't think it was people who think that WWE scared them off, I don't think that's the case.
No, and also they have other stuff. What more than likely happened, they looked at what other sporting events and things like that are scheduled. And they're like, okay, this is the perfect spot because it's not competing with all these other things. You gotta think, if you're later on the day on Saturday, you're competing with college football.
Yep.
Fuck that. Hell no.
That's the last. Tony Khan doesn't want to fuck with football to begin with at all.
Yeah.
College football, like, do y'all know how crazy college football fans are? If you don't, like, I see a lot of people saying, "Oh, sports, blah blah blah," but y'all don't understand how crazy football is, especially college football.
Especially college football. College football is actually more insane than the NFL
because it's more cult-like behavior.
Yeah,
coming from a Saints fan, so you know I'm being very honest about that.
Like, college football is complete insanity. So, like, more than likely, they're looking at the stuff and they're like, okay, this is a better spot because of when the college football games come on, right? Like, all the big games. Usually the big games are probably going to come on during the afternoon. So, like, later in the afternoon. So you're going to get All Out at a good time. And they're like, hey, they can watch All Out and then watch football. Meanwhile, the other company is competing with college football. Good luck, my guys.
Yeah, good luck with that. I don't care how many people y'all think watch WWE. It's against college football. Good luck.
College football dwarfs it. Like, you're not fucking with the NFL or college. Sorry.
Shit, there are probably gonna be some wrestlers on WWE mad that they can't watch their shit, and they gotta be at the arena.
Yeah. No, they'll be watching it on their phones and shit.
Yeah.
Like, don't bother me. I'm watching my team go.
So in just to wrap this up, it's a non-issue. People are freaking out because people want to freak out about everything. The move is actually good for us. And plus, if you're one of those fans that watches both WWE and AEW, you should also be happy. That means you get to watch both without having to pick one.
Yep.
Like there is no downside to this. Other than, actually, I can't even think of one. I tried to think of one. I couldn't even think of one. No, there's no downside. It's fine.
There's no downside to it. The only thing you're going to get is the next few weeks. When I said WWE called in the Avengers, the first one on the line is Busted Open Radio. Well, let's just be real. They're paid by them.
Yeah.
Like, the whole crew is literally WWE Legends contracts, right?
That's why I got Thunder Rosa up out of there, right?
Yep. That's why you don't see Thunder Rosa there no more. It's Natalia. So, like, you have them, and then now you got, it's the beginning of the month. Stevie Richards needs to get them paychecks, so that's why he's jumping in on it now too.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's a thing.
It is what it is. I mean, like I said, this discourse will happen. Like, there could be a decision that happens or anything, and there will be a 3-day discourse on social media because that's just the nature of the beast now.
Yeah.
But realistically, if you are actually a fan of wrestling, you should be happy about this.
Yeah.
Because if you watch both, you're good. If you watch one or the other, I mean, it doesn't matter to you either way because you're just watching one anyway.
Yeah, you're just watching one. It's still good.
Yeah.
You're fine.
That's it, man. Did we have anything else we want to talk about? I think that was really it, right?
Let's see. What else is there this week? Nah, there's a bunch of other stuff, but it's just discourse over discourse.
Yeah, I'm good on that shit.
Yeah, so we can just go ahead and move on. But actually, you know what? I do have one more thing. So I just want to say, hey, somebody commented last week. First off, thank you very much for the comment.
Yes, thank you.
His name's Hector Martinez. Thank you very much. Look, I'm gonna read off the comment right now. We're gonna talk about it, and then we're gonna move on to AEW Dynamite. So Hector Martinez, he commented. He said, "Hey, enjoyed listening to the show, especially highlighting the other promotion appearances we may not know about. Found y'all on Blue Sky." So, hey, first off, once again, thank you. But we talk about people showing up in other promotions and other shows all the time. We like, a lot of times when we get on, sometimes we'll go on a tangent and we'll talk about New Japan. We'll talk about something that happened in PWG years ago or anywhere, right? And we like to try to at least give our best chance to, inform people of all the other wrestling that's out there. Because, look, it's a small vacuum, right? Like, a lot of times people just watch American wrestling, and it's good for everyone to expand and watch everything else, whether it be, AEW, CMLL, New Japan, DDT, DPW, whatever, right? MLW, whatever, right? We like to try to educate. So, and the other thing too is, hey, we're on Blue Sky all the time. So, it's nice to hear that somebody like came on, somebody saw us from Blue Sky. So that's great also. So thank you once again. Got anything, Lionel?
Proffitt, you said it perfectly. I have nothing else to really add. Thank you for the comment, and we really do appreciate it. Like it's nice to hear people saying that they enjoy the show.
Yeah. Yep. So with that, let's get to that AEW Dynamite.
Oh, well, you know what? This is gonna be like a kind of like, it's gonna be like an because I thought the show was just like okay. It was an okay episode of Dynamite.
It was all right episode. So, okay. So we start off with a quick recap of the Don Callis family. And, it was them attacking, Kenny and Hangman coming out, fighting them off. Because it leads to our main event for later tonight. But our first match of the night was the TBS Championship between Mercedes Moné and Alex Windsor. I gotta tell you, man, this was a barn burner.
Easily match of the night. Easily.
Oh, yeah. Easily. These ladies put on a show, dude. They were going at it, and they got time, too. That's the key. I think it was a 20-minute time limit, but they took like 18 and a half minutes for this match. They got the time. So it was a pretty good match. Mercedes won by reversing a pinning attempt, and she held on for dear life because Alex Windsor was on her ass. Windsor was in, man. And Mercedes, reversed the pin, held Windsor for that pin, and got the win. So after the match, she, turned to Windsor and was talking shit. And Alex Windsor, instead of getting mad, she was like, okay, I'll shake your... she put out her hand to shake her hand. And Mercedes said, slapped her hand away, said hell no, and started talking shit. And then Alex Windsor lost it, and it was going, tackled Mercedes, was trying to, was starting to hit Mercedes, was going to try to hit Mercedes in the head. Mercedes hits her with the title belt, and then puts her in the statement maker. Yeah. I always get the name of that move fucking mixed up every time. And she just held on until we heard a theme song we haven't heard in like 3 years. She didn't come out with a pipe this time, but it was Riho.
Talking about bringing the Avengers. Look who's back. Riho's back.
We got Riho. They got a whole team. We got Riho. Riho's winning, dude. Especially if she gets a pipe.
Riho is all AEW needs.
Yeah. But it doesn't stop there. When we talk about Collision, it doesn't stop.
No,
don't stop.
We're getting a couple returns that we'll be talking about throughout this episode of the podcast.
Oh, so Riho came in. Mercedes wasn't letting go. She jumped and stomped on Mercedes like she was a Goomba, man. She just stomped on her, and she took the TBS title and was looking at it, and it was announced later in the night, but that pretty much set up the match for All Out. Mercedes versus Riho.
The main event. I don't care what anyone says.
What are your thoughts, man?
First about the match, Mercedes Moné and Alex Windsor had a damn barn burner, bro. Like, this match was so good. But I guess at this point it's to be expected, right? Like, we were talking on the podcast last week that we thought Alex Windsor could be the one to do it, right? The one to beat Mercedes. And this match was like proof that she can be it. All it was Alex Windsor made a mistake and was able to get caught. That's all it was. Mercedes couldn't hit her finisher. She couldn't lock her down in a submission for long enough. Alex Windsor made a mistake and got caught. So it's going to be very interesting to see where this goes, because Alex Windsor still has, like, you know, she still has a little bit of a claim even though she lost. Like, it's there, right? I think we might see her come back at it again soon. But sorry, you got to go into the back of the line for right now because the GOAT is back.
Yeah. Rio's back.
Rio's back. The first AEW Women's World Champion is back.
Now, if we can get the second Women's World Champion back, that would be awesome, too.
She's in America, right? She was able to get her visa.
What?
Nyla Rose? I'm thinking about Shida. I don't know why I'm thinking about Shida. Yeah, it would be great for Nyla Rose to come back.
I think Shida was like the 5th or the 6th, right?
Yeah, it was a while. I was thinking about Shida because I want to see Shida also. I also want to see Nyla Rose. I don't know why she hasn't been on TV lately. It would be nice to see her back.
Shida is, I think it's a matter of time, because we see Riho back. Shida's not far behind, because if Riho got her visa, I think Shida already resolved it and got hers, because she showed on, what was it, Facebook? Not Facebook, but one of the apps.
Twitter,
probably. She was back with her cat, because her cat was stuck here in America with Kenny.
Yeah. So
she's in America.
And we got another one too. Like, this is a little bit spoiler for Collision, but we're getting Emi Sakura back also.
Yes.
So like, the women, the Joshis are coming back. Now we just need Nyla Rose to make a return.
I agree.
But yeah, overall great match, fantastic. This was probably my favorite part of Dynamite. To be completely honest, this was easily my favorite part of Dynamite.
Okay. Well, we'll go on. So next up, there was they had an interview in the back with the Ops, and they asked about, I think it was Lexington here. She asked about Hook, and Samoa Joe's like, I'd like to know too, or whose side he's on or what he's for, because he's like, I sure as hell don't know. And then Hook shows up. And he was like, Hook is mad because they added Hobbs to replace him to get that title shot. And Samoa Joe was like, yo, as the name of the group, the Ops, we took the opportunity. The opportunity was there and we took it. So yeah, your body wasn't cold when we replaced you with Hobbs, but we took the opportunity. And Joe even went further, was to say, yeah, you might want, you're acting like a lone wolf and coming out and all that stuff now, but there's going to come a point where you're going to need our help, whether you like it or not. So, that was it was a pretty interesting segment. Them going back and forth. I think it almost feels like FTW Taz in a way. This was the first thing I thought, but not as much. Taz really was like, fuck y'all. Back in ECW.
Yeah.
Hook is kind of like, I don't know where I stand type deal. So, yeah, it was pretty interesting segment.
Nah, bro. I think Hook knows exactly what he wants to do.
Yeah.
Because with the way Hook was looking, Hook doesn't want anything to do with them anymore after they replaced him. And that's a valid critique. Like, he got hurt and they immediately replaced him. At the same time, it makes sense for Joe also. They had an opportunity, right? So it's gonna be interesting to see where this leads. And Samoa Joe did say, like, hey, we'll have your back. So it'll be interesting to see when this collides.
Yeah. It's like, Samoa Joe was pretty much like, you're still part of the Ops. It was just that, look, you were out and we had a title shot. We're not going to postpone it. Pretty much we had no choice. We're not going to postpone this shit.
Yeah, things can't wait. Like, you can't wait in war.
Yeah, so yeah, it was a pretty good segment, but it's going to come down to him and Joe, because the way they were looking at each other, Joe was getting more offensive the more the conversation went. Like, yeah, I did it. So what?
If you want to blame anyone, you can blame me.
Yeah, he literally said that. So yeah, man, pretty good. Right after this, so it was Gabe Kidd comes out. And yeah, Darby Allin and Gabe Kidd start fighting. There's a point where Wheeler Yuta comes out, and Darby has his skateboard that has the tacks on it, and he just jumped and hit. He hit Wheeler Yuta in the back with the skateboard and stuck some thumbtacks in him. And Hook came out, and this. So obviously the segment happened after this, but as Hook was coming out, Samoa Joe and Hobbs ran past him, and Willow also ran in because they were all fighting the Death Riders. And then they went backstage, and then Gabe Kidd literally tried to murder Darby Allin on TV. And Darby Allin put him in the body bag and drove him through with a truck. He used the chloroform again and knocked Gabe Kidd out and put him in the body bag. So, yeah. What did you think about that segment, man?
I thought it was a really fun way. Like, this opened up Dynamite. It was a very fun way to, like, start the show. What was weird to me was this was, like, probably the most hilarious way I think I've seen a wrestler get taken off of TV. Because, like, Gabe had obligations in New Japan, right? You know, his actual job. People. Yeah. Gabe, your actual job. He was already in Japan. They did the Blue Justice event last night, this morning, for a lot of people. So he's already in Japan back, you know, he's going to be chilling. Ishii's going to be going pretty soon. It's just it was a funny way to get carted off, because in my mind, the way it worked is Darby drove him to the airport so he could go to Japan and then came back later. That's the way. I don't know why it works that way in my head, but that's what I think happened.
He just drove him in the body bag.
In the body bag to the airport.
Down the highway to the airport.
Yeah, he didn't go through customs or anything like that. Darby just dropped him off with the luggage, so he was in the body bag, in the luggage crate, going all the way to Japan. That's the way I see it in my head.
This one goes to Japan.
Make sure you take a lot of stops. Make it real bumpy.
Yeah, make sure it's a bumpy ride. Oh man,
yeah, it was an interesting segment. I really liked it.
Yeah, man, it was fun. And Willow getting in there, Willow still has issues with which makes it interesting. She still has issues with Marina, but the Death Riders are backing Chris Statlander.
It's almost like something may happen between Statlander and the Death Riders that we talked about a few months ago.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
And Willow is right in the middle. Just saying.
We're gonna get to some match announcements when we get to Collision, but we're gonna have a conversation about a certain match that was announced for All Out. But we'll get there when we get there.
So a little bit after this, Mark Briscoe was in the ring, calls out the Don Callis family, and Don Callis was like, "Yo, the person you're gonna be fighting is going to be Konosuke Takeshita." Him and Takeshita have a stare down, and then Mark Briscoe's like, "Yo, I'm in the ring right now. I'm in my clothes, ready to fight. Give me somebody to fight." And I guessed it last week. Who other, at first it was Rocky Romero was going to act like he was going to fight. We're like, "No, man, we don't. Rocky, sit down." Mark Briscoe's going to maul you. Sit down. There was somebody else ready to fight because he was fully dressed.
He was already in his gear. Like, the second that we saw him, we were like, oh, we're about to have an impromptu match. Because Mark Briscoe's also in his gear. So I was like, oh, impromptu match. Okay, let's go.
And it was none other than Lance Archer. And man, let me tell you, Lance Archer was, he was putting it to Mark Briscoe.
Lance Archer was doing what Lance Archer does best.
Yeah. He just gets in and murders you. That's what he does. Pretty good match. Briscoe hit the froggy bow and got the pin. And yeah, it was just, and that was it. I thought the Don Callis family was going to jump him, but nothing happened in this match. Next match, all bets are off. What did you think about the match, man?
I thought it was really good. Like, it was an impromptu match, so I wasn't expecting anything crazy. But it's Mark Briscoe and Lance Archer. And despite what anyone is saying right now, Mark Briscoe and Lance Archer are both very underrated wrestlers. They're both really good at what they do. So yeah. obviously the match is going to be really good.
I saw some people trying to say Lance Archer was taking the night off and wasn't really enthused. I'm like, what?
People will just say anything right now.
What are you talking about?
People say anything. Those are the people who have never watched Lance Archer actually wrestle.
Yeah, they've never seen this guy before. No. But if you guys are, really down, watch his New Japan stuff where he's in Suzuki Gun.
If I were to recommend a match from Lance Archer specifically, there's a few, but the one that I would recommend, G1 Climax 2018. I forget what number G1 Climax it was, but it was in Texas. Like they did an opening night in Texas, and it was Lance Archer versus Will Ospreay. Mm-hmm. That was probably one of the best matches of that G1, and it gets underrated. I gotta remember what G1 that was. I can't remember the number. It was 20 something. I can't remember what it was. I know exactly where it was. I know when it was. What was that? G1 Climax 29. 29 okay. Is very worth it. Very great match.
Yeah, and if you want one to stay within AEW, Lance Archer versus Hangman Adam Page Texas Deathmatch.
Oof, Archer should have won that match. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah, I know. I agree.
If what happened at the end, since you recommended, I'm not going to say what happened. But if what happened at the end didn't happen, I was fully convinced that Lance Archer was going to win that match.
Yeah. But yeah, man, that is good stuff. Next up, we had the Toni Storm promo, and as usual, is a bunch of shit I can't say, but it was great. She pretty much called out the locker room. It's like, who's next? Who wants it? Who wants the belt? That's pretty much it. As usual, Toni Storm is like the best women's wrestler in the world right now. Mm-hmm. Ain't nobody touching her. And then we get another one, another little segment with Chris Statlander and Harley Cameron. They get interrupted because, first Statlander, they called out Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford again because, Harley Cameron still wants to fight Megan Bayne. I don't know why. She should stop. Just stop. Wheeler Yuta interrupts and is like, hey, he has a message from the Death Riders, and, he's like, no matter what, Statlander, we got your back. And Marina Shafir steps up, and her and Chris Statlander have a stare down, and then she tells Marina Shafir, let them know the message was received. And, how's that? Just a friendly conversation between pro wrestlers.
Nice little segment between soon-to-be 3 new friends. That's all I'll say.
Yeah. And after this, we had the AEW Tag Team Championship match with Brodito going against Claudio and Wheeler Yuta. Man, this match was... Look, it's Brodito and Claudio and Wheeler. What can I say? The match was great.
So good.
Bandito is literally... we said it last week, but my boy is on a mission to be the best wrestler of the year, and he is that. Whenever he's in the ring, he is going crazy. No matter what. He's leaving it all in the ring. If he has 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 2 minutes, it doesn't matter. Bandito is it. So, there was later in the match, there was a bunch of interferences. Even John Moxley came out. to try to interfere with this match. It didn't matter. Bandito, Darby Allin comes in for one and is the other distraction. And that was enough for Bandito to hit the 21 Plex on Wheeler Yuta and got the win. And after that, the Death Riders were running. Darby Allin ran his ass off, and the Death Riders were going after him. But match was good, man. Match was damn good. I would recommend watching this match and the Mercedes and Windsor match because they were both excellent.
Yeah, bro, I agree. I thought the match was really good. I think this wasn't announced. This wasn't announced early either, right? Like this was not technically impromptu, but I don't think it was announced before. And let me tell you, I have missed seeing the AEW World Tag Team Championships be defended on Dynamite very randomly. I have missed it so much. As much as I love the Syndicate, I think her Syndicate's great. They definitely were only defending it in like big moments, and I that's the one thing I wish I could take from that title reign. I wish we could have got 2 more defenses, like one on a Dynamite, potentially even one on a Collision. I would have loved that. That's it. The match was great though.
Yep. Let's see. So we now know all isn't well between Okada and Takeshita. Okada, pretty much is talking trash to Takeshita. He's like, yo, you call yourself the Alpha? He's like, no. You may have won a G1, but I've won many of them. And Okada's pretty much saying he's the top guy in the Don Callis family. Over Takeshita. So, we got that brewing now. Okada might have a Takeshita problem real soon.
Bro, I have been trying really hard over the last 2 months to just completely avoid saying that that Okada's in the Don Callis family. I have been using as much of my mental escapism as I can to just ignore whenever he says it, ignore whenever he's by Don Callis, all that kind of stuff. It is, God bless. You know what? In hindsight, once Okada joined the Don Callis family, we should have known it was going to explode. We should have known they were going to be they were just going to get top talent like they're a football team, bro.
That's literally what it is right now.
They're just grabbing talent everywhere. They got fucking Hechicero. They have Kyle Fletcher. They have Brian Cage, who was out and hurt. Lance Archer. Oh god, Josh Alexander. Takeshita. It's just, they have a who's who. And they don't even show all of them on TV all the time. We haven't seen Trent in over a month. Trent's also part of the Don Callis family. We all forget that.
Yep. You also forget Mark Davis is part of the Don Callis family.
I did last week. That faction is close to being we're starting to get, if they get a few more people, we're going to get to NWO levels of people. Not talent, just people. It's I'm ready to see them implode. And this is a great start to it.
Well,
Okada and Takeshita.
We see on Collision. Shit, no, even this episode that it's close to imploding already.
Yeah, we're getting there. You can't have 5 of the best wrestlers on the planet in one faction. It never works. The egos, there's too many egos.
Well, unless it's the BCC.
Well, they don't have egos. They're just insane.
Yeah, they're just nuts. Yeah, man. We'll see. We'll see. It's gonna be fun.
Mm-hmm.
So, another segment after this, we have Ricochet and the Gates of Agony. They're like, yo, they're calling out the Hurt Syndicate. And a little bit after this, the Hurt Syndicate responded and is like, oh yeah, we're going to take that challenge. So we're going to get the Ricochet and the Gates of Agony versus the Hurt Syndicate.
MVP Wrestle Hours, let's go.
So we're gonna get that. It's going to be fun, man. We had a in-ring segment. It wasn't really a segment. All it was a brawl. It was literally an on-site brawl. FTR was there, and then Copeland comes, and then they fight. And Christian rushes in And they fight even more. And the outcome of this, though, is, Cope and Christian Cage go backstage. And, all the Ring of Honor wrestlers are holding back FTR. FTR, they pile drive one of them. And then Adam Priest and JD Drake and all of them, they pushed FTR back. And FTR, I think it was Dax, starts punching Adam Priest. And Adam Priest starts fighting back. And this leads to the backstage segment where, Adam Priest was trying to apologize, and FTR was like, no, hold up. You came out here once and you think you're a big shot now? No. Here's what's going to happen. We're going to give you this is going to be your second time on AEW TV. And you find a partner, and we're going to beat your ass on Collision. Pretty much, we're going to kill you on Collision. Find another victim. That is pretty much what he told them. I'm paraphrasing, but still. But yeah, man, what did you think about all those segments?
God bless. Okay, I'm very excited to get the Her Syndicate being a full force again, including MVP. We get the MVP wrestle hours. I'm always down to watch MVP wrestle. Yep. That's gonna be great. The FTR, we'll do the FTR brawl. The FTR brawl was hilarious. Also, the second brawl of the night. Yeah. which was funny, but it was a little bit different because it was actually interesting to like have another wrestler like take a shot while they're trying to break everything up. But that was FTR because FTR are being like dickheads right now. Yeah. So it's FTR's fault technically, and then the person that they grabbed for Adam Priest's partner, I'll talk about it on the Collision, but I don't understand Adam Priest. I don't get it. Like I don't see it. I don't see the vision. I need someone to help me see the vision on Adam Priest.
You don't see Crash Holly, man? Come on.
I don't see the vision, bro. I was never a fan of Crash Holly either. I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't see the vision. His partner though that he got, the vision is there.
Dynamite Kid? Hell yeah.
Yes, vision's there. Tommy Billington.
Yeah, no, that guy's the shit.
But Adam Priest, y'all gonna do some convincing for me, bro. Like every time we'll talk about on Collision, but he actually had different tights this time too. He doesn't. You know what? He actually still looks like creator wrestler because when I was doing creator wrestlers first, when in one of those WWE games, I would also put my name on like the front of my tights. Also, he looks like a creator wrestler. I don't get it. I need someone in the comments. Can someone explain why everyone is so obsessed with Adam Priest to me? In the comments, anywhere, please.
Wait, have you seen him in Ring of Honor?
A little bit. Still not a fan. I don't get it. But I guess in the same vein, which they're not even the same. I feel the same way about Yuya Uemura. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. Maybe it's just I'm not a fan of like wrestlers that take the basics up to 10. Like maybe that's I don't know. Well, either way, the segment was good.
I think like for him to actually have like a show out or something like that, he needs to go against like somebody like equally technical, like Wheeler Yuta or Lee Moriarty or somebody like that.
The FTR's doing their damnedest.
Yeah.
I just don't see the vision.
Yep. Fair. It is fair.
Yeah.
But he looks like Crash Holly to me.
That's what it is for you.
He's just Crash Holly. Technical wrestling Crash Holly. That's it. All right, man. So we got our main event. All-Star 8-man tag that told a damn story. Huh?
What? You're telling me, Proffitt, you're sitting here telling me that an 8-man tag match had a story in it?
Oh boy, it did.
If you're telling me that means you definitely also listen to the podcast because we've been talking about this for weeks.
Yes.
There are more than one way to tell stories in pro wrestling.
Yeah, and it's told in this 8-man. So we had Kyle Fletcher, Josh Alexander, and the Bucks versus our newly minted AEW World Champion, Hangman Adam Page, Kenny Omega, and Jet Speed. Let me tell you. Actually, you know what? Watch this match too. This match was complete insanity.
Oh, this shit was ridiculous.
It was insane. Okay? There was one point where they took out Jet Speed by, was it Josh Alexander had Kevin Knight in the pile driver position, and I think it was Nick Jackson, no, Matt Jackson. He had, what's his name, Speedball Mike Bailey in the tombstone pile driver position on the outside. Nick Jackson looks at both of them. He goes, "Fuck it." He runs in the ring, goes on the top rope, jumps over, does that flip. One Meltzer driver goes outside the ring, does the flip, and does the other one. takes out Jet Speed.
Not bad for a jobber.
Super jobber, man. Look, it's like when I do the if you guys don't know, this one thing I do in most wrestling games, or in like the WWE 2K games, I'll make like a whole group of guys. They don't have any name or anything like that. I just have them wrestle, like make a show and then make them all wrestle each other and see who gets to the top. And whoever wins, they get a name or whatever, right? Matt and Nick Jackson are like those guys, but with names. They got a name. They won so much that they got a name. Because they're not jobbers, they're super jobbers. They can wreck anybody. And it happens all the time. I implore you guys, try it out. It's literally one of the funnest things you can do in a WWE in a 2K game, because you just leave it all up to the AI, and these guys literally start getting personalities. It's hilarious to watch. But yeah, that's what these the Young Bucks remind me of in their jobber state right now. They're just super jobbers. They can beat anybody. But yeah, man, there was one point where Hangman and Kenny Omega were standing in the ring across from the Young Bucks, and the crowd, they went ballistic at that point. And man, they went at it, and it was almost like their match from a long time ago.
Revolution 2020, bro. What some people still consider one of the greatest tag matches of all time.
Yeah. It was like that. But they only got 30 seconds because they were beating the hell out of each other. Other people came in the ring, right? But that's the level of, of the crowd when they saw everybody in the ring like that. Crazy. But in the end, Kevin Knight, he got Meltzer drivered again. And this time Josh Alexander held it, and Kyle Fletcher goes over, picks up Kevin Knight from Josh Alexander's shoulders, and hits him with the brainbuster. It ends it right there. That was the end. Kevin Knight ain't kicking out from that.
No.
He got dropped on his head twice. And then after this is when the chaos ensued. Even more. You thought it was chaotic already? No. At the end of the match, they started attacking Hangman. Kenny Omega jumped on top to stop them from attacking Hangman. And then they start beating up on Kenny. Kyle Fletcher picks up Kenny Omega because they set up a table on the outside and does the brainbuster through a table on the outside. And Kenny Omega is now out. He's gone. He's out. He flew to Japan after this.
Is that what hell means? Flying to Japan? I'm pretty sure Kenny Omega's dead.
Yeah. No, yeah. He's dead.
He's dead.
I think he's either dead or he woke up in a hospital in Japan. Either one.
One of the two. He was in the gurney on. So was he on the okay? Was he on the same flight as Gabe Kidd? Just also in underneath, like he was just on the gurney and Gabe Kidd was in the body bag, and they were just together flying over. Like
He was in the medical ward. He was on the medical part of the ship. Okay.
okay,
He Gabe Kid's in the storage down there somewhere. He's just wiggling around.
and Kenny's out just on a gurney in medical.
Yeah. They were on the same flight, bro. They flew the same flight to Japan. But yeah, man, good ass match. Really fun, man. Dynamite was fun this week. But it wasn't as good as Collision. But what did you think about Dynamite, man?
I thought Dynamite was all right. You know what's crazy? This felt like a Dynamite from 2023. And with how insane Dynamite has been over the last year, the last 9 months, especially going over to HBO.
Yeah.
A show that was this was definitely if I had to give this a rating, I would say this is a 7.
Yeah.
The fact that a 7 out of 10 Dynamite feels just mid shows you how good AEW Dynamite has been this year.
Yeah. Dynamite this year has been on another level.
But don't worry, they made up for all that on Collision. And with the announcements that they made for Dynamite.
Ooh. Which other announcements did they make on Dynamite?
Let me pull them up. I had them. We're getting a street fight on Dynamite between Sky Blue and Timeless Toni Storm. We are going to be getting shit now. Everything else blanked from my mind. Everything else is gone. We're getting Hangman versus Josh Alexander. We're getting a nice little card on Dynamite next week. There's 2 other matches that they announced also that I'm completely forgetting about. But we had they are stacking up that Dynamite next week. Yeah.
Well, it's pretty much. Well, no, we got one more week. It'll be the lead into All Out, which is that whatever that card is going to be insanity.
Oh, here we go. I got the matches. So announced right now, currently, we have Hangman Adam Page versus Josh Alexander. Well, I talked about that one already. Timeless Toni Storm versus Sky Blue in a Philly street fight. Talked about that one already. We're getting Ricochet versus Shelton Benjamin.
Yeah. Yep. But I think that was announced on Collision.
That was announced on Collision. Same with the tag match was also announced on Collision. That's all I'm saying. This episode of Dynamite was all right, but what they have announced for next week's Dynamite, we're back. We're going back to that 10 out of 10 Dynamite next week.
Okay, that's in a quarter of the matches. So
yeah,
no telling what's going to happen during the segments and stuff too, because that's about to go crazy.
Exactly.
So with that, man, it's Collision time.
It is. But first, we got to talk about a tweet that just popped up on the feed.
What? Huh?
Hikaru Shida just tweeted about a reunion with Shuri. Shida and Shuri are going to start tag teaming.
Look, if we had a camera on right now, you would have saw my face I made when you said that.
It came out of...
We're going to get this team. We're possibly getting this team at AEW. You can't tell me the fucking tag division, the tag team, the women's tag titles aren't happening anytime soon.
Shida tagged AEW and Stardom on that tweet, by the way.
Huh?
It's
happening. If you saw the look on my face, bro.
It's happening.
It's happening.
Is this what we're waiting for? You know what? If we were waiting for this tag team to be officially announced before we get the tag title tournament, I retract everything I said about Tony Khan and us waiting on the tag tournament.
Well, okay. So, you remember way back when they didn't announce the trios titles yet, right? And they were literally just about to. What was happening during that time?
God, there were a lot of trios popping up out of nowhere.
Yep.
Around all of AEW.
Yes. So, what's happening right now with the women's division?
A lot of tag teams showing up out of nowhere.
I rest my case.
I mean, what now with Shida and Shuri, we got our winners. That's it. We're done.
Yeah, Team Axe Murderer.
Yes.
Yeah.
But with that, I just have to say it because the tweet hit while we were recording.
My
So
goodness.
I have to be like, whoa. We have to acknowledge this really quick.
Yeah.
But now we're moving over to this week's episode of AEW Collision.
Mm-hmm.
And what an episode it was. We start with a rematch from Dynamite from a little over a week ago. We had Jon Moxley versus Daniel Garcia. And let me tell you, Daniel Garcia was even more motivated in this match than it was the last match.
Yeah.
This one felt like Daniel Garcia had something to prove. And low-key, I believe that he proved it. He was beating the hell out of Moxley. He wasn't letting Moxley breathe. But again, it's mistakes. Mistakes are what killed Garcia in this moment, in this match. Whenever Garcia made a mistake, Jon Moxley was able to capitalize on every single one of them, including the end of the match, where Garcia rolled up Moxley for a 2, but Moxley was able to reverse that and hold Garcia down for the 3. And then he got out and started celebrating, and Moxley was talking shit.
Yeah.
After this match, Dan Garcia rolls out of the ring. He is very upset. He is pissed. Like, you can see it on his face. He is not happy that he lost again to Jon Moxley. Matt Menard, Daddy Magic, comes up and tries to hug him. Garcia's like, no, get the fuck out of my face. Not right now. And he walks off. Tony Schiavone tries to get a word with Garcia. And Garcia's like, no. This is what you want? Like, every time I get knocked down, I get back up. It doesn't matter. Like, I've had great performance over the last 5 years. Cool. What has that gotten me? It got me nothing. And then he walks off. Daddy Magic's with him. He tells the cameraman to back off. And he leaves. Proffitt, what were your thoughts on the match in the segment?
Oh, the match was fantastic. Look, these last 2 matches with Moxley are the best matches Danny Garcia's had since before he joined the Jericho Appreciation Society. Full stop.
Honestly, yeah. Yeah.
He's back to being trying to be the best professional wrestler, not a sports entertainer. And I think he got lost in that when he was doing that. But now Danny Garcia is back, which is a problem for everybody. It's going to be a problem. But yeah, I enjoyed it, man. And the ending segment, Daddy Magic better like run away, dude, because I think there might be a turn that might happen with Danny Garcia.
I mean, I think you're right. I think because we talked about it before, right? Because Moxley was trying to like whisper in Garcia's ear before, and Garcia wasn't having it. Mm-hmm. Last week he took Moxley's advice when he was wrestling against Blake Christian. The turn is happening, and Matt Menard is going to be on the wrong side of that turn
for sure. Every time Matt Menard wears white, and I'm like, oh no.
It's always you get scared about it too, right? So do I.
It's like, oh god, no. It's like saying you're a legend in front of FTR. Just no. Don't do it.
I fully thought that Garcia was going to attack Daddy Magic. Fully thought. I'm happy he didn't yet.
I thought so too.
Next up, so the show starts with a very crazy match. We go backstage and we have like a kind of wild segment also. Big Bill's back there, and Big Bill's talking about how he hates the 2300 arena and that this is the lowest point of when he was here the last time, this was the lowest point of his life. And he says he hates Philly. But he also said, I'm the best. I'm from the best city in the world, New York. But there's someone else from New York that I haven't seen or heard from in a long time. And I'm going to call you out. Big Bill called out Eddie Kingston on a random ass episode of Collision out of literally nowhere.
Like, what?
The world freaked out. The second, because no one knew where this was going. And he's going to call somebody out. So I was like, okay, it's from New York. There's a lot of people from New York that's in AEW. He's going to call Eddie Kingston? But usually we don't really talk too much about like the promo segments on the show. We kind of let those go. Proffitt, I need to know what your thoughts were on this Big Bill segment.
Look, my thought, I did the same thing, Eric. I was like, wait a minute. Because he started talking about New York and he kept going. I was like, He's not gonna call. He did. No. Oh no, rip. Rest in peace, Big Bill. You called out the wrong one, dude. It's not like calling Joe Hendry. No, you're calling out Eddie Kingston.
Mm-hmm.
A complete psychopath. Yeah, no. You ain't getting out of this unscathed, my man. It's gonna hurt. I can't wait though.
This match is for sure gonna happen all out, right? For sure.
Look. We don't have to call the Avengers, okay? we already got the people. We the X-Men. We better than the Avengers. Fuck the Avengers.
Got him. We talked about it earlier, right? With I guess we actually never really like fully talked about it, but with Swerve out and Ospreay being out, there's definitely a gap in AEW that they're trying to fill right now, right?
Yes.
And it feels like they're doing a really good job, especially with this collision, with everything that's been going on, which we'll talk about more as we go. But it feels like they're filling in that Swerve and Will Ospreay sized hole that they have on the roster right now, with both them being out.
Yeah. There's some others. Man, we'll get to it later when you get to a later segment. But yeah. So the thing about Swerve is he's not going to be out that long.
Bro was already trying. I saw him with one leg putting up about like 250, 300. I saw him already. I was like, bro, you just had surgery 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, he's getting ready. He's like, ain't shit keeping me out of this ring.
Bro, that video Swerve putting out that weight on one leg was ridiculous, by the way. You just came out of surgery. Anyway,
Can't
next.
get weak.
Go ahead. What is
I was like, you can't sit there and get weak. Come on.
He just came out of surgery. I would fully expect Swerve to like sit down for at least 3 weeks. He didn't even wait 3 weeks.
He was making a music video the next week, bro. Come on.
Swerve on that grind, bro. Swerve is somehow he's gonna do like that Superman shit and be back for All Out somehow. God, bro, like, that's fast. I hope he's not back by All Out.
No, God no.
I
Don't
hope
do that
not.
pay-per-view at least.
God, right? At least one. But yeah, we'll move forward. We have a tag match to talk about. We got to talk about FTR versus Dynamite Kid, Tommy Billington, and Adam Priest.
Mm-hmm.
Very good match. FTR had a good match with Adam Priest and JD Drake last week. Adam Priest is still here somehow, and definitely didn't look bad in this match. STR did get the win with the power and the glory, which I don't think I've seen them win a match with that before. I don't think so. I could be wrong.
No, they always try it. Everybody kicks out.
Yeah. So FTR was able to get the win here. But afterwards, for whatever reason, FTR felt disrespected. They decided to continue to attack Priest and Billington. Then Big Stokely Hathaway gets the mic and calls out again Adam Copeland and Christian Cage, saying that they're sick of them. In 2 weeks, they're going to end CNC. I guess their name is officially going to be CNC. But yeah, that's it. Profit, what were your thoughts on the match and the little promo segment at the end?
You know what? Hey, match wasn't bad. Tommy Billington's really good.
He's so damn good.
Hey, glad to see him back after, because he got injured. So glad he's back. See he's back in there. He can wrestle and mix it up again. So yeah, glad to see him back. But yeah, overall good and pretty good segment at the end.
We go from pretty good match, pretty good segment, to a very insane video package. So we've seen the Outrunners in the wild for like the last couple weeks. They're out living their Rambo dreams right now.
Yep.
They're trying to find themselves in the wild. Oh, what'd you say, Profit?
With Brother Nature.
With Brother Nature. Thank you, with Brother Nature. They're out there, and they're trying to find themselves again. But then all of a sudden, we see a figure off in the distance. It's damn Dalton Castle.
Yes.
We expected Dalton Castle to be at the Ring of Honor pay-per-view. He was not there. He's here with the Outrunners.
So weird.
He has boys behind them. The boys were there also. They were in the background. I would not be mad if y'all didn't see the boys. They're in the background. And they did the three-way handshake. So it looks like Dalton Castle's with the Outrunners now.
Go ahead, just put it on. Just put the trios titles on him. Just do it.
Yeah, at this point, right?
Just put it on him. But before that happens, I need one thing to happen.
Huh?
And I already said it on Blue Sky. Dalton Castle versus MXM win. When are we getting this?
Oh, bring the Ring of Honor feud up to AEW?
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
When are we getting this? Or shit, it could be a trios thing. I don't care. I just need that interaction because it's going to be the most hilarious shit on TV.
I feel like we're going to get it. We have to get it. We have to get it.
Yeah. Especially with MXM doing their new their thing with the cologne that they call Seed.
Yeah, that's right. I've been watching a lot of Ring of Honor. I saw it on pay-per-view. I saw like the little the commercial they had for Seed also.
Yeah.
They're spraying Seed everywhere.
They put Seed on people's faces. Yeah. It's so, oh my goodness. No, like, yeah, you're clever. You guys are clever.
MXM is the perfect fit for Ring of Honor because they would never allow this on AEW TV. Never. The networks would be so upset.
It's so good, though.
It's perfect for Ring of Honor.
I still need that. I need that. I need that feud.
I feel like we're gonna get it. That feud was money on Ring of Honor. Like I feel like at some point we're gonna get at least some kind of interaction at least.
Yeah.
Next up, we had a backstage promo segment with Jon Moxley. Jon Moxley probably with one of his best promos in a while. Again, like ever since he lost that world title, bro.
Yep.
It's been on another level. He was saying like, what does everyone want from me? Like, what does everyone think that I have? Is it my talent? No. Is it my amazing social skills? Hell no. Is it my papa's name? No. Is it all the strength and condition? No. And then he talked about Darby. He's like, bro, you cost us a championship. Cool, we'll get them back. We'll win more belts. And the line that struck me, belts are a basic unit of measurement for small thinking. Moxley, fucking bravo, bro. Jesus Christ. You were on another level again. You are back.
Mm-hmm.
This whole promo segment was him saying, like, Darby, you would have joined me. I would have loved to have you. But since you're acting like a dumb child, I will take you out and I will do what a parent is supposed to do. At All Out, I'm going to put you in the ground. Which leads to an announcement later in the night where we're going to get Jon Moxley versus Darby Allin in a coffin match. At All Out.
Yep.
Do you have any thoughts on this promo segment?
Oh, it was excellent, man. It's Mox, dude. He's showing why he's the ace, okay? That's it. He's that guy, man. So, like, he loses the title, everybody thinks the Death Rider is supposed to disperse. No. Because, like, a little bit in that promo, he's talking about they're getting more. It's like they're not going to just disappear because they lost the title. It's more of a, hey, we're an actual group. We're not going to break up because of one little title or losing anything. We just keep going. And we will get more people.
You know, we never hear factions talk about that like that, right? Like that's just confidence from Moxley. Like, okay, we lost the title. We lost a couple titles. Fine. Whatever. We'll get them back in more. So, who cares? Yeah. Ace Moxley.
The ace.
Right after this, we had an all-star 8-woman tag match. Again, a lot of story in this match also. We had Megan Bayne, Tekla, Julia Hart, and Sky Blue versus Timeless Toni Storm, Mina Shirakawa, Chris Statlander, and Harley Cameron.
Mm-hmm.
It was a match.
Yep.
I should note that everyone should have been banned from ringside, and they were, but Wheeler Yuta showed up before the match, like right before the match started. It was like trying to tell something to Stat, and Stat was doing what Garcia was doing last week, sitting there listening. And then he's like, "Oh, I'm out of here. I'm leaving." So he left. After that, we had a barn burner of a match. Yeah. Main thing was Mina got her ass beat for like 50 minutes.
Yeah.
Mina got beat down. That didn't really matter though. We had a lot of fight in this match. A lot happened in this match. This is another one that, if you haven't watched Collision, just watch all of Collision.
Yeah.
Easily one of the best episodes of Collision's always been really good, but a lot of people don't give it its grace or credit. And this just kind of reminded people how good Collision was, I think. Anyway, it didn't matter. Doesn't matter how good Collision was. Doesn't matter who was fighting, because on one side of the ring was Megan Bayne.
Mm-hmm.
Megan Bayne don't lose unless it's a timeless Toni Storm. So Megan Bayne, of course, got the win.
Yep.
After the match, though, the Triangle of Madness decided that they wanted to still fight. So they grabbed the women, they started fighting. Toni Storm started fighting also. Then we also got Jamie Hayter coming out. Jamie Hayter came out, took on Tekla immediately because they had beef. Tekla got thrown up out of the ring. Tekla was trying to get back in there. You can hear her yelling on camera also, which was hilarious. Toni Storm grabs the mic and she's like, "Y'all want to get nuts? Let's do this. You," and pointed at Chris Statlander. "You," pointing at Jamie Hayter. And "you," pointing at Tekla. "Against me, all out. Let's go." And crowd went crazy. It was confirmed immediately. Time is Toni Storm versus Jamie Hayter versus Chris Statlander versus Tekla for the AEW Women's World Championship. All Out. Happening in a couple weeks. What were your thoughts on the match and the segment, Proffitt?
Oh, match was great. They brought it, man. They always bring it. So they hit hard. They bring it every week, man. It was fun. When Jamie Hayter came in and was trying to help Timeless Toni Storm up, Toni Storm was like, "Oh, no.
I remember you.
I remember who the hell you are." Nope. And her and Chris Statlander were like, "Yo, we're just trying to help." And then, that's when Toni Storm went crazy. But you could also hear Tekla being like a rabid dog back on there. And she's like, "Let me at him." You can literally hear her saying that.
When Toni Storm was asking, "Do you want to get nuts?" you could hear Tekla going, "Yeah!" It was so, hilarious.
The other two were like, "Stop it."
Like, please stop. We are on TV. Stop doing that.
Good stuff, man.
I did want to talk about this, though. There's one thing I am upset about when it comes to this match. I would have loved to see Queen Aminata get the opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I understand that this is Jamie Hayter's feud before, and Tekla's the one who took out Jamie Hayter, right? Like, I fully understand. Queen Aminata has been holding down the fort since Jamie Hayter went down. And I'm going to be honest. And this, y'all could fillet me for this if you want. I am more interested in seeing Queen Aminata and Tekla feud than I am Jamie Hayter and Tekla.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's just my personal opinion. I love every second of it. I would love to see Queen Aminata get added into this match.
Yeah.
Because Queen Aminata, I think, deserves this opportunity to at least be wrestling on pay-per-view.
Yeah, I agree. Because, she literally took over that spot and had that feud this whole time. There's no reason, to just completely, just take her out of it. It kind of sucks.
It does. It really does. It's kind of frustrating. If I'm gonna be completely honest, it's kind of frustrating. I would like to see at some point, even if it's not like a world championship match, I would love to see Queen Aminata get the opportunity on a pay-per-view. That on an AEW pay-per-view. I mean, she's killed it against Athena in Ring of Honor.
Mm-hmm.
Like Queen Aminata's done a lot of great things, and if we're gonna be honest, this run that Queen Aminata's been on, since basically replacing Jamie Hayter in the Tekla feud, has been her best work.
Yeah, easy.
So it would have been nice to see her in this match, like something, like anything. Like I don't like that Jamie Hayter came back, and this is not a slight on Jamie Hayter. I need to say that first because you know how some fans can be. This is not a slight on Jamie Hayter. What I am saying is we had a story continue. We had a story with Tekla and Queen Aminata. Queen Aminata should be in this match. Be it added and make it a 5-way, or no, there's no or actually. If make it a 5-way, because I don't want Jamie Hayter out of this match either, because I would like to see her in this match also. But it just feels like to me Queen Aminata deserved this opportunity and is not getting it.
Yeah, the only other thing would be like what I predict will probably happen is she fights the other two members of the Triangle of Madness.
She needs to grab a partner.
Yeah, she'll. So that partner will either be like Mina or somebody.
Yeah, probably Mina. That makes the most sense.
And then they'll fight the Triangle of Madness on the pre-show or something. That's probably what'll happen.
Which it sucks because Queen Aminata, I feel like she's done enough to like at least justify. If it's a 4-way, like I think she's done enough to justify being included in the match. But you know, we'll talk about that as we go. Next up, we're gonna talk about 2 segments really quick. We got a video package of Ace Austin, just reminding them who he is.
Uh-huh.
After that, we had a segment with the Bang Bang Gang.
Yeah.
And Juice specifically said, like, we have not been dealt the best cards. The one thing that we're gonna do though is we're getting rid of Card Blade and Card Colton. They're getting up out of here. That's one of the most heelish things that Juice has done, honestly. Like why? And they said
Card Blade do to you.
Exactly. And they said they're gonna make up for it. And you know what? Proffitt, what were your thoughts on those 2 segments that just so happen to coincide with Ace Austin talking about him being in the Bullet Club and then the Bang Bang Gang talking about that they've been dealt wrong cards back to back like that?
Back to back like that? They're kind of telling us something, aren't they?
Yeah.
Because that Ace Austin promo, you know, they're showing him in the Bullet Club and stuff. And, well, him and Chris Bay in the Bullet Club.
Chris Bay was in that segment a lot too also, by the way.
Yeah. And there was a lot of Jay White in that segment.
Whole lot of Jay White.
There was a lot.
Jay White was the one to invite them into the Bullet Club. Like he went to TNA and invited them to the Bullet Club, which was a moment because we have never seen like a Bullet Club leader do that before.
Yeah, like because he first brought in Chris Bay. And then, like, immediately after he brought in Ace Austin.
Mm-hmm.
But I almost feel like Juice and Austin, was it Austin or Colton?
It's Austin.
Austin.
Yeah, Austin Gunn.
They're looking for a new leader. Because that's what pretty much the promo is about. They're like, we ain't got no leader. We don't know what the fuck to do. And it might be Ace Austin, man, being the new leader. And it might go down Bullet Club fashion, where the new leader takes out the old one. So we'll see.
All rest in peace, Jay White. He's getting taken out of his factions twice. That's crazy.
So we'll see what happens.
We will see what happens. Next up, we got we talked about the match already, but we got the segment where Mercedes was congratulating Riho for being back and stuff like that. Then she said, "I'm grabbing Emmy. Y'all can have a tag, do your little tag match. Let's do something at Dynamite," which is where we're gonna get Monet and Emmy versus Winza and Riho. Then after that, very interesting, we had a Kyle Fletcher and Josh Alexander promo. Josh Alexander first he's going to be wrestling Hangman on Dynamite. And without blinking, he said he was going to kill Hangman, basically. I don't think he blinked once.
That's how serious he is.
And then Kyle Fletcher, he took the mic and he challenged Hangman for the Men's World Championship. at All Out. Very interesting. I'm down for it. Proffitt, what were your thoughts on these last couple segments?
They were good, man. I can't complain, man. Like, Josh Alexander is going to commit a felony on TV.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we're going to get Kyle Fletcher, who's going to try to win a world championship. He ain't going to win, but he's going to try.
Would be crazy if he did. He won't.
He won't.
Wouldn't be crazy.
It would be crazy, but he's not.
Yeah, he's not. Definitely not.
It's going to be a damn good fucking match, though.
Yeah.
Holy shit, that's going to be a match. So, yeah, it's going to be fun, man.
Question for you.
Yeah.
Is that the All Out main event over Cope and Christian?
Yes.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure. I would love it to be. I think it's like last match worthy.
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling that AEW is not gonna put that as the main event though.
I don't think Cope and Christian's main event.
I would love them not to, especially since they've already wrestled as a team before at this point now, right? Like we saw them wrestle, we saw them tag already.
Yeah,
so it isn't special anymore.
It's going to be that. If I were to guess, it's going to be one of the mid matches in the card. I don't think it's a main event or anything.
We'll see. I hope so. And I think that would be the right call. Or be the opener. It'd be a dope ass opener.
Yeah, it could be the opener too.
Because AEW does a really good thing where they make the opener and main event feel really important all the time, especially on pay-per-view.
You know how many Osprey openers we've had so far?
God, and all of them were barn burners every single time.
Every single time.
Next up, we're gonna do a couple more segments back to back before we get to our main event. We got a little promo segment for El Clone. We saw the hologram clone again, so we have to figure out what's going on. And then afterwards, we see hologram in the back with the rest of the conglomeration, and he was holding his head for a second, and then just kind of looking. But then, really, the main point of this was Rod Strong still being very upset that Ishii was tagging with Kyle O'Reilly when they had the chance to wrestle against Kyle Fletcher in that tag match a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Rod Strong is not happy at all. He even starts talking shit to Ishii. He's like, "You're going off to Japan, so it should have been me anyway."
Yeah, Roddy. I'm like, wait, we getting Roddy versus Ishii? Sign me up.
Every time they wrestle, I love it. Every time. They wrestled a few times already, and I love every single match that they have. Kyle O'Reilly trying to be, I don't know what he's trying to be. I don't know if he's trying to be like a mediator. I don't know if he's just being like really aloof for some reason. That's just starting to piss me off. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Like he should understand that his homeboy is not having a good time right now, and he is just not even flinching at the fact that Roddy is going down a really rough path right now. He is not happy.
Yeah.
But Kyle O'Reilly's pretending like nothing is wrong. Like, oh yeah, no, everything's gonna calm down. It's gonna be great. But yeah, that's that segment. The last one before I pass it over to you, Proffitt, we got Anthony Bowens. Anthony Bowens was also backstage, and he was like, "Oh, you know, I've been to this place, I've been to that place, being your pride of pro wrestling." And guess what? I'm so happy I'm here because, you know, we don't have a Max Caster here, we don't have a Billy Gunn here, so we can do all that kind of stuff. I can be happy. But before he can really finish what he was talking about, Jerry Lynn comes up.
Fuck yeah.
And in a very, this felt like one of the most meta things AEW has done in a while, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Jerry Lynn was like, "Hey, you've gone from the top of the top, AEW Tag Champion, AEW Trios Champion, to the bottom of the top." And I was like, ooh. Jerry Lynn also said, "You should take a long, hard look in the mirror and figure out what's missing from yourself." And walked off. And then Bowens got a real nasty look on his face.
Mm-hmm.
What were your thoughts on these 3 segments?
So the hologram one, like, apparently the same so hologram, the guy that's doing hologram right now, and the guy that's going to be El Clone, did something the exact same thing in CMLL, I think, because it is 2 different guys.
Yeah, I forget what his name is, but apparently he also tagged with hologram before.
Yeah, he also tagged with them, but they also did the good version, evil version before.
Yeah.
So that's cool. The one thing that Kyle O'Reilly said that was hilarious, he's like, We're cloning luchadors now?
Yeah, I completely forgot about that. Yeah, he.
It's like, look, we can clone luchadors. This is amazing.
And Hulk Hogan's just looking over there with his hand on his head, like, this is. I don't want this. This isn't of my will. This is an error.
Not good.
This is a bug in the system. This is not good.
And then, yeah, the whole segment with him and Roddy, I thought it was pretty good. Kyle O'Reilly's acting like Kyle O'Reilly though. He acted the same way in NXT. He's just goofy, man.
It's pissing me off right now because look, your boy is not looking happy right now. You should at least for a second just acknowledge it for a second, because if you don't, I think Roddy's gonna kill you too.
Roddy's gonna kill everybody, dude. It's like, God damn it! He just left without him. He's like, God, all right, I'm done, I'm out. And then Kyle O'Reilly is like, but we're cloning luchadors. So, yeah, that was a pretty decent segment. We are getting that Ishii versus Roddy though.
Oh hell yeah!
Before Ishii goes back to Japan.
No, Ishii's gone now. We're probably gonna get it when he comes back. I don't think Ishii gonna stay in Japan. Look. I know I give Gabe Kidd a lot of shit for this. I fully understand it because Ishii's in the exact same place except he's been in New Japan for like 20 years. Ishii's also a champion in New Japan. Ishii also likes to spend his summers and stuff like that in AEW. But for whatever reason, Ishii just fits a lot more than Gabe Kidd does.
Look, man, whatever I need. Look. If in 3 weeks from now, we have a special opponent or mystery opponent fighting somebody, you have two choices and it'll probably be right. So you either have Ishii or Suzuki.
We haven't gotten the Suzuki one in a while. It's been a minute.
It's probably gonna be Suzuki if it happens. You're gonna get one of the two. So hey, Ishii making that money, dude. He having fun. He has fun in AEW. He doesn't even have to say anything. He just shows up.
Mm-hmm.
Shows up like the buffet is ready. He's just going.
Also, just to give you a heads up on when we can expect Ishii back, I am going to assume this New Japan talk for a quick second. We're not going to stay on this for too long.
Yeah.
Ishii has a match, tag team match with Taichi against Oscar Loibe and Yudo Ice for the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Championships, September 28th.
Yeah. So
they're doing the tour. The tour technically starts in a couple days, but they had another show. That's why Gabe was already gone, because they had a tag. If anything, I would expect Ishii to be back either a little bit in October, like early October, or after, because King of Pro Wrestling is also in October, like October 18th, I think. Right? October 13th, King of Pro Wrestling. So probably sometime mid-October, we'll get Ishii back. So he's only going to be gone for like 6 weeks. Because they got to drop them tag titles. Like, I know that's going to happen, so.
I'll be fine. And then he'll be back on Collision.
Like he never left.
Probably fighting Eddie Kingston.
God.
I got some ideas. I got some theories about what Eddie Kingston, after his Big Bill match, where he's going.
It probably ain't the Death Riders right away, right?
Nope.
I don't think so either.
I think he's going right after Okada to get his Continental Championship back.
You think they're finally going to split? Okay, do you think they're going to split the titles?
They need to.
They either need to split the titles or just stop having them show up on TV. One of the two.
Because they already said the Continental Championship is going to be up this year on the Continental Classic.
Did they say that already?
Yeah. Tony Khan said it.
Yeah, just split them titles, bro. We can keep the unified title and we can keep the other ones around. That's fine.
Yeah. So I think Eddie Kingston's coming back for his title.
Yeah, I can see that. Him being the one to beat Okada for a title.
Yep.
Or he'll just get it in the Continental Classic. Because you can do that without Okada being the final. But that means Okada will still have to lose to a couple more people. Who knows? We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll see.
Next up, we have our main event of Collision. We have Konosuke Takeshita versus Mark Briscoe. Barn burner of a match.
Hell yeah.
Takeshita, G1 Climax 35 winner, was taking it to Mark Briscoe. They were going back and forth. This was a match. Felt like Mark Briscoe might be able to beat Takeshita.
Mm-hmm.
Which I was like, at first I was like, no, he has to wrestle Zack Sabre Jr. Don't do this. Don't do this right now. But in a turn that ended up being worse to me, MJF came out to get revenge on Mark Briscoe for ruining his chance to be, I almost said IWGP, AEW Men's World Champion. Knocked Briscoe off of a turnbuckle and then went to go hide like Christian Cage and Hangman have, like right next to the ring. There's a picture floating somewhere on Blue Sky about it, and it's a hilarious picture. Konosuke Takeshita was able to get the win. He, you know, it's Takeshita. He was like, of course I won. It's me. I'm Takeshita. But then after the match, MJF got in and started attacking Mark Briscoe. And then in a very non-Don Callis family move, Takeshita pulls off MJF.
Yeah.
And stares him down. And remember, they had beef. One of the reasons why I'm not a fan of MJF is because of what he did to Takeshita. Doing the whole Takeshita thing, all that bullshit that he was doing. Yeah, I remember. I don't care if everyone else forgot, I remember.
Takeshita remembers too.
Takeshita got right in his face. But then, like, Don Callis got them to break up, and he walked off. MJF then takes a mic and says, listen, name the place, name the time, name the match, name the stipulation, and I will end you. And he said, and then MJF, in a very non-MJF move, also was like, I want to hear your answer right now, and threw the mic into the ring for Mark Briscoe. Mark Briscoe picks it up and was like, hey, I already know the place. All Out. But I got a lot of really messed up things in my head right now. So I'm going to get back to you on the stipulation. But just know, you have signed your own death warrant. And MJF's getting mad. Mark Briscoe's trying to get at him also, and that's how Collision ends. Proffitt, what were your thoughts on the main event and Collision as a whole?
Main event was good. That ending though, like when Mark Briscoe was talking, man, when you hear somebody go ooh right before they start talking, yeah, you know some shit's fucked up. Something's about to go down.
Oh yeah.
And that was the first thing he did. He's like, "Oh, you signed your own death warrant." Yeah, man. Like, I enjoyed it, all of it. Collision was fantastic this week. It was all hits. There ain't no damn misses at all. All hits. And yeah, like, it's a damn good show, man. Yeah, what are your thoughts, man?
This episode of Collision was fantastic. Like, it was just a really good episode. There were a lot of surprises in this episode. This felt like, to me, what they usually would have done for Dynamite.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm very curious about like what the decisions were to book Dynamite and Collision that the way they were this week. I ain't complaining. Don't take that as a thing. I'm not complaining. I'm just curious about the decisions on like what was happening and what was made. Oh, also we should say MJF got married on Friday. Yeah. So it was even more surprising that he was there. That he showed up. But yeah, I thought the main event was fantastic. I thought this episode of Collision was fantastic. We're leading up. I also forgot that All Out was in a couple weeks. So like we're coming up to this pay-per-view real fast, and it's getting real stacked. We've already talked about all the matches already. This could be the pay-per-view to rival Allin. If done right.
If done right, yeah, I agree. So I think I know, like, especially with the surprises on Collision, I think I have an idea, especially the Eddie Kingston one. The Eddie Kingston one, the only thing they were waiting on was him to get cleared. So he must have gotten cleared like Friday night. Some shit. Like Thursday or like Friday night. He got cleared, and Tony Khan was like, yo, Big Bill, you're fighting. Cut a promo talking about Eddie Kingston. Do it now, quick. We got to get him in. Get him into rotation
ASAP.
immediately. I feel like that's what happened there. And same with Dalton Castle's been leading up. They showed a thing on Ring of Honor. Now they're showing it on, they showed it on Collision, which I'm like, oh, he's gonna be on the main AEW TV now. I think that's cool too.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I think that's what happened. It's like Eddie Kingston got cleared, and it was kind of like oh shit, we got to get him in. We get him in here, and then we get him in on All Out. Let's do it immediately.
Stack the show. Oh.
They called the Avengers over there. Like I said, we ain't the Avengers though. We're better. We're the X-Men, baby.
They don't have to. I think the main difference is they don't have to call part-timers. These are all people who are on the shows, right? Yeah, people have been injured and stuff like that. Riho was injured for a little while. I mean, not as long as she's been out, but yeah, these are people that are on the roster. These aren't part-timers that are just coming in for this one show. Riho, Eddie Kingston, everyone can be on these shows for the next few years because they are, and every show weekly if they really wanted to, because that's how stacked AEW's roster is.
And I also think Brian Cage is coming back.
He's been out for a while, so I feel like he's getting close to being cleared.
Because Don Callis said something. He said it on commentary, I think. He's like, "Oh, we have more people that are ready to go that you haven't seen in a while." Oh, don't take that as verbatim, but he said something close to around that. So I think Brian Cage is coming back soon.
I mean, he's been out for a while, so it feels like he would be close to being cleared.
Yeah, that'd be good. And then we could get the Murder Machines back in the tag division.
And win them tag titles like they should have against the Syndicate.
Yes. Well, I need that them would be a banger feud. Them and the Gates of Agony now.
Oh, man. Yes.
Just input that big E gif. Yeah, there we go.
We got a lot of things that Brian Cage and Lance Archer could be doing once Brian Cage is back.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of people on the list. Bro Dito also being one of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they have to come off them titles real quick. Murder Machines need this.
Yeah, I also agree with you. I don't think Bro Dito is going to be holding them titles for long.
Mm-mm.
But yeah, man,
if you look at it, and I think I've said this, I think I've said it a million times, or a bunch of times. I won't say a million. The only, if we were going to do straight up tag matches and the only teams that would look legit beating the Hurt Syndicate back when they were holding the titles, Murder Machines and the Gates of Agony.
Mm-hmm.
Those are literally the only two. Everybody else is I don't know.
I mean, there could be upset wins, but the problem was with the Syndicate, the closest ones that they had to be booked as people that could be upset wins for them was Jet Speed.
Yeah.
Everyone else they destroyed. They destroyed the Outrunners. They destroyed Private Party. To the point we still haven't even seen Private Party since.
Private Party's... We'll see Private Party in the other company. That's how bad they beat Private Party.
So they're done?
I think they're done.
That sucks, bro. I like Private Party.
I think it's them more than anything.
I blame fucking Matt Hardy.
Probably in the ear. But anyways.
Yeah, man. You have any other topics you want to talk about? Anything else you want to bring up about this week or next week in AEW?
No, man. I think it's all going to be good. We're gonna get some more surprise appearances, I feel like. So, we shall see.
All right, man. Then you know what time it is.
Yeah, man. Take it home.
It is time for us to say goodbye. But first, we got a little bit of house clean that we got to do.
Mm-hmm.
First off, I'm going to talk about Spotify first. Make sure y'all following us on Spotify. If you are not listening to us on YouTube right now, and if you want to listen to us on the go, these episodes are on Spotify. Literally, the time that we're recording this right now, it's going to be up in about 15 minutes. So if you want the freshest of fresh podcast from the best wrestling podcast on the planet, make sure you're following us on Blue Sky. Or Jesus Christ, what is wrong with me?
Well, yes, follow us there too.
I was almost there. That was clean, bro. That was
You went into that
clean.
clean, bro.
That was clean. Make sure you follow us on Spotify and give us the likes in the comments because we see things there. Now, if you want to talk to us more about what's going on, make sure you're following us on Blue Sky. You can follow the entire podcast at THGPW Podcast. You can follow Proffitt at Proffitt, Proffitt. You can follow me at Shikoku. You don't, I never spell it. It's on the screen anyway. You can see it. We talk a lot about a lot of things there. We talk about, well, not as much this week because this week has been like real busy, but we talk about AEW, we talk about wrestling news, we talk about video games. I was talking about the new Kamen Rider that showed up on YouTube. I'm going to be talking about that pretty soon because that episode was a legit episode of Kamen Rider. Zizix, I think his name is. New episode, and it's simulcasted now. We are getting official simulcasts on YouTube for Kamen Rider.
What?
I know, bro. It's crazy. But see, you could be talking to us about this too, y'all, if you'll just follow us on Blue Sky.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure you're following all of us over there. Make sure you're following. We talk about a lot of things. I didn't even talk about the Saints a lot today, so you all got lucky. So just make sure you're following us over there. And again, listen to us on Spotify because Spotify is where you will get the podcast the fastest. Now, if you still want the podcast and you want to listen to us in other places, Proffitt will tell you about the YouTube.
All right, guys. So first off, everything that we're talking about here on the YouTube description, everything will be in the description. So go down there. All of our Blue Sky, our Spotify, it's all in there. Go down there and follow us there. So first off, I'm going to ask you, please hit that like button. It for sure helps us out. Helps get this podcast to more people. And, it just helps us, grow as a channel and, get us from a channel to a community. So let's get there. Also, comment. Come on, we might have ruffled some feathers. We might have, you might agree with what we're talking about. You might like what we're talking about. Hey, let us know in the comment section. We will read it. We will, hey, we'll talk back. We'll, and we'll even bring it up here on the podcast as we did today. So, for those that have commented, thank you very much. And those that will soon, also thank you. Now, subscribe, hit that bell button so that whenever our show pops up, you can immediately click it and watch it or listen to it. Or we are a podcast after all. So, click it and listen to it. So with that, thank you very much. I'm hungry. So what we got to do. We got to get out of here. So we're out.
Peace.